Welcome to episode 52 of Box News. This one is about the game Prison Break. Have you seen the show? This is my first question for those people who are interested in this game. If your answer is yes, then you're going to get a kick out of it. Well, have you seen the show and liked the show, the first season? If the answer is yes, then you will like this game. If you liked the show and the first season of the show, you will like this game. The game takes place in the first season of the show. It doesn't go on to the other seasons of that show. I really enjoy the show myself, but I didn't like where it went. But this is not a review of the show, this is a review of the game. But if you like the first season of the show, you're going to get a kick out of this game because the game takes place during the events of the first season. You are not any of the main characters of the show at all. You are an undercover cop that gets put in there to investigate Burroughs and to make sure he gets put to the electric chair, just like in the show. That's what's happening to him, to Link. And basically you investigate the events that are going on, which they're kind of trying to tie in with the events that occur throughout the season of the show, and it takes, it was a good write to add a character in to an event that already, obviously happened. It's like a rewrite of the season to add a character into. It's like what they did with V. They rewrote the show, or with any other series they rewrote. It's like they added a new character, some popular person. But you play as him. You basically, it's a stealth game mostly. You sneak around the prison, you kind of go investigate, you run and do odd tasks. You can kind of mingle and fight in the the yard, and you can fight with people, and you can also do lift weights and do punching bag practice to buff up your character. You can get tattoos. But the story is mainly focused around the first season of the show and the events that happened inside the prison with the Burroughs and with Michael Scofield and Lincoln Burroughs. If you haven't seen the show, where you get this game, like understand the game, yes, you'd understand the game, yes, you'd get the game. It might even turn you on to watching the first season of the show, and if you enjoy it from there, you might watch the rest. So if you haven't seen the show and you're still interested in the game, I think you should check it out, just because it was an interesting story, and they did pretty cool things in the show. I don't want to give spoilers, but it's a smart show for the first season, and it just kind of goes. But that's like most shows. So this is not. Don't worry. This is not a game that if you haven't seen the show, or like a movie, if you haven't seen the movie, you're not gonna not have the same satisfaction. But if you have seen the show, you're gonna get more satisfaction, I believe, out of it, like I had. I really enjoyed it. A well-written story, like I said, but it was based off the show, and they just kind of added things. It was a good write to add the character and do what they did. Graphics-wise, it's not the best that I've ever seen. It's decent. It's cool to hang out and go through the prison. It's very small environments, though. Very small levels, not much exploring, but you're in a prison, you're kind of blocked off from things anyways. But it is kind of fun to sneak around the guards and do things like that. Controls, the fighting mechanics are not the best. There's like a quick punch and then a strong punch. There's also reversal and so on. Achievements are very easy to get in this game, so if you're into achievements, pick up this game just for that. Play through 5 to 8 hours is the story, and then you're done. And then there's like an online versus mode, which is okay. It's just fighting, but the fighting mechanics aren't the greatest. But so the replay value once you beat it, there's no replay value. So it's an average, above average game. It's a good adaptation from a show. Unlike other games, I've seen Lost had a video game. It was decent. They did the same thing, where they added the character to it. I believe it was actually a couple characters they added to it, and basically went through the events of the first couple seasons. It was decent, but I'll do a review on that another time. But Prison Break, I believe it's for PS3 and 360. I don't know if it's on other consoles or handhelds or anything, but I definitely recommend trying it. If you did enjoy the show, I definitely recommend trying it. If you're kind of wondering if it's worth your time right now with all these big games coming out in the fall, I say avoid it. But I definitely recommend it if you're bored, you've tried every game out there, try this game. So, Prison Break, I'd say C average, 75. Not the best, not the worst. Had some decent writing to it, decent graphics, controls could be improved, but it's playable. It's fun if you like the show. So that's my thoughts on Prison Break, and many more episodes to come soon. Thank you for watching episode 52, Prison Break review, Box News.